Yet another late night and another book finished. Just like The Perfect Marriage, this ish was crazy. The Housemaid has come highly recommended and it has been on my TBR for a really long time, so I'm glad I finally got around to it. I think a movie is coming out soon, so I'm excited about that. Let me say first, phenomenal writing. Everything was very intentional, so I really appreciate that. As somebody with ADHD, I tend to hyperfixate on a lot of things, and I appreciated that everything came full circle. Definitely a good, fun, shocking story overall. And I will also say that it just wasn't surprising to me. Once we hit the halfway point, I kind of knew where we were going from there, to be honest. I'm gonna try to be careful with my words because I don't want to spoil anything. When you consume a lot of media, you start to understand the patterns of writing. For example, in like romance books, there's always a real heavy lead up and then they get together, but then there's some reason why they can't be together and then they get together at the end, you know? So it's fun to read stories that don't follow that basic pattern, and there are things that just have to happen at the end of the book, typically, right? This book has something happen in the middle of the book that is like a typical happy ending, right? It's the middle of the book, so it's like, all right, well, something has to happen from there, and to me, it was pretty predictable. I hope what I just said makes sense, but anyway, it got to a point in the second half of the book where it just got so insane that it just wasn't really enjoyable anymore. Don't get me wrong, I really liked this style of writing. It reminded me of the show The Girlfriend, if you've watched it. It's really cool to see things come full circle from two different perspectives, right? But it wasn't moving the story forward at all for me. And then the ending just kind of fell flat. I don't know. Like, when I read a thriller kind of book like this, I want to be shocked. I want to get to the end and be like, wow, that's really not what I thought was gonna happen. That, or be so satisfied with the ending that like it felt good and worth it to read the book. Again, not that this wasn't worth it to read. It was a fine ending, at least like kind of a happy ending where thrillers are concerned, but meh. If I'm being honest, where the story is concerned, it probably deserves a 3 out of 5 stars in my opinion, but because I think the writing is so good, I'm gonna give it a 4. Take with that what you will.